I looked it up, CC. There's no muscles in my fingers. Hey, what's going on, everyone? Uh, I had a fantastic day today, and I wanted to talk about it because of just how fantastic it was. Now, here's the thing. There's nothing crazy that happened today. It wasn't wild. It wasn't surprising. It was actually fantastically standard. It was fantastically standard. It was just like any other day. And that's why I loved it so much. I was continuing to listen to the book, The Untethered Soul, and, they brought up a very valid point. Have you ever thought about just how fast you can go from feeling happy to sad and then back to happy? Have you ever experienced, just getting really excited over something and then someone gives you some very random news that upsets you, and for even that brief moment, or maybe even longer, you get upset, you get sad, you get, dejected, maybe you feel a little hopeless, whatever feeling you're going through, you get that dip. And in that same way, maybe you've been sad for a long time, and then someone comes to you and gives you the most exciting news. Maybe all day you wish you could have hung out with a certain friend or maybe a crush that you had, and they were busy all day, and then last minute they ask you out for some plans. I don't know what you guys end up doing, maybe just meeting up, having, I don't know, coffee, oh wait, it'll be the end of the day, having drinks, I don't know, maybe just going for a walk at night. You know that something like that would light you up. So that got me thinking, and I was listening to the rest of the book about how, that type of energy is always inside us. It's always available. So why don't we tap in more often? And the whole thing about, at least the beginning part of the book, is that's just the point. Our job is to become more locked in, more tapped in to that energy. Because in order to have that energy, it comes from a simple decision of just being open to it. Being open to letting the energy flow in and out of you. And I love the way they described it in the book. You're driving down a highway and think about all the trees that you pass by and all the cars you pass by, all the houses, all the buildings. You pass by all the street signs and the traffic lights and all this and that. And it's like it just comes into your field of view. You notice it, you see it, you hear things, you smell things, you touch things, and then right back out. And it's gone, and you don't think about it. That's what so much of life is like, and that's what the energy in your body, in your mind, in your soul is meant to do. It's meant to come in and flow out. And then there's times in our lives where maybe we're driving and we just see a car that reminds us of something upsetting or something that upsets us. Maybe it's the car of an ex. Maybe it's a car that looks like your previous car that, I don't know, maybe got wrecked in a car accident and you don't have it anymore and you miss it. Just seeing that car triggers those thoughts, those emotions. And now imagine that you're driving in the car and it's now miles down the road and you're still thinking about that other car. You're thinking about that other moment or whatever it is that other car reminded you of. That's what it's like to block off the energy from flowing inside. And that energy ends up spiraling or just getting stuck or whatever. You don't experience that flow. You don't experience that flow of being in the present moment, of just seeing what's here, noticing it, appreciating it, maybe experiencing it, whatever, and then letting it go. Because the only way to be present, the only way to experience the present moment is if you let go of everything else. And even if it's for a brief second, you hold on to something else, you're already distracted from the present moment. So when I say I had a fantastic day, it's truly because I had something like this on my mind. And when I had it on my mind, well, funny enough, I let it go. And I became less distracted, and I just enjoyed the calmness of the day. When I had a fantastically standard day, it's because I just had a flow going right through it. Honestly, it was actually on the drive there that I really remembered this book because I was listening to it. But as soon as I got to work, I completely forgot about it until I was driving back and re-listening to it again, or listening to the next section. So I maybe think, in a way, I'm practicing this right. I'm making it work. I'm doing whatever it is that I'm meant to be doing. And I say it that way because there really are no concrete steps. And as someone who is a concrete steps kind of dude, this means I get to decide what the right step is. And I'll figure it out later if I messed up, right? That's just how kind of mistakes work. Instead of thinking too hard right now of whether or not I'm doing the right thing or the wrong thing, I rather try things out, see what works, see what doesn't, and pivot. Pivot when something's wrong, continue when something's right. And in that way, that's how I get results in my life. It's because I show up, not sit back and think about it, not sit back and close myself off and close off that energy. No, I go forward. I do what I have to do. That's how I want to show up every single day. And here's the thing. I've had experiences of what it's like to be in such a flow state for extended periods of time that it almost feels unnatural. Hold on, I got something in my teeth. Not getting that out right now. I'm going to floss later. I've had these experiences of this supernatural energy, what feels like. And in reality, what that experience was, and now I recognize it as such, is I was just feeling extremely open. I wasn't letting things bother me or close me down or whatever the terms are, chakras and the energy stuff that I don't fully know or understand about yet. But I do get the gist that there's doors, there's energy centers that they call it, and they open and close. And if you're closed, it's like you're getting stuck on something. I would go to these events, and these would be anywhere from, 12 to 16-hour days. Like, imagine that. Imagine being on your feet, being active, jumping, dancing, supporting others, taking breaks here and there, but ultimately, like, being in the moment for 12 to 16 hours in a row. I know some people that would complain about being in the moment for 12 minutes. I mean, they'd be surprised if they could do longer than 12 seconds. And that's a joke because I promise you, you don't even realize how long you can go, being in the moment, being in the flow. Because every time you're in the flow, you're not even aware of being in the flow until after the fact. That's the whole point. Anyways, because I've had those experiences and I've seen that it's possible for me to go hours upon hours without, really resting my body and still having this peak energy all the way late into the night, I realized that energy is a choice. Energy is a habit. I heard that term, energy is a habit, almost 2 years ago now. And I kind of had an idea of what that meant then. I thought that meant energy means moving your body. Energy means like eating the right foods, which in a way, yeah, that part is a habit as well. But what I'm also learning is this more spiritual side of things, which energy as a habit means not closing yourself off to your own natural flow of energy. Letting things go. Maybe you're feeling tired. Maybe you're feeling worn down. Maybe you're feeling a little bit hurt. There's a way to just witness that and notice that within you and your consciousness and all that fun stuff, there's almost like a roommate in your brain. And that roommate is the one that is incessantly talking all the time. It's the part of you that is saying, I'm tired, or that is feeling upset, or that is seeing all of these things around you going on at once. And then there's you. You are the thing that observes everything else. You are the one that hears the voice. You are the one that notices the emotion. You are the one that acknowledges whatever it is you're seeing. Where's I going with this? Still trying to get that thing out of my teeth. What is it? I think that's some chicken. I don't know. And I lost my train of thought. Man, that was a good one too. I wonder if this is ironic or hypocritical. Being in the present moment. Whoa, I've been going for almost 12 minutes now? Man, you guys are getting a special treat today. Wow. Anyways, I'm just going to go with this. I'm really, really happy that I had the day that I had because I was just here. I was in it. I was in the flow. I feel myself closed off. I need to let it go. That's part of the book. You should really read the book or listen to it. It's actually super fascinating, at least to me. And part of it is the practice of, when something comes up and you feel yourself closing down, learning to just see it and let it go. You know how I could tell I'm closing down? Notice how my speaking has changed. Notice how before everything was louder and faster and more excited, almost more enthused. And yet now, it's a little slower. It's a little quieter. It's more calm. Maybe it's just that. Maybe I am still here in the moment, and it is a little calmer, but I've slowed down. I can't wait to rewatch this like a year from now and just be like, Philip, what are you on? Is there anything else I wanted to say? Did you know I have notes? I got notes today. I got notes because I wanted to lock in. And then I didn't read any of them. Oh my gosh, I also met a bunch of people today. How fun is that? I love meeting people. Like, really. Like, when I get to meet someone new and actually have a solid conversation with them, I'm lit up. I am lit up. That's some of the things, some of the moments I have that truly help time go on. Time flies when I'm yapping. Me saying that and knowing that I'm just yapping and seeing the time and being like, wow, 14-minute yap sesh. If you think this is bad, like, I'm talking to a camera, to a microphone. There's no responses. It's truly just my own brain. My own roommate is honestly answering these questions, right? Remember what I was saying before? The roommate, the one that's chattering all the time. Me, I'm observing the roommate. See, you're getting it. Imagine what it's like to actually talk to me in person. Like, you better be prepared for like at least a 20-minute conversation. I mean, I'll be real. I really look out for like body language and stuff like that. So if you kind of signal to me you're trying to get out, I'll see it. Trust. And I'll also show you the same body language if I really need to go. Or I'll just, be honest and tell you. But if we are both like spitballing, if we're really just enjoying the conversation, I could promise you this, that conversation is going. It's going for a minute, maybe an hour. I mean, I've had a conversation recently with my friend, and then we said bye, and then we got in our cars, and then I pulled up my car next to his to tell him one last final thing, and the conversation extended for 2 more hours. Two, bruh, bruh. Yeah, I ended up getting home at like 2 hours later than I intended to. I think it was like, I don't know, 11. No, had to be earlier because I recorded an episode that day. So it was one of the last 21 days I had that conversation. 22, 23. Today's the 23rd. Welcome to January 23rd. I'm going to end it right here for you. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, rest of your night, whenever you're listening to this. If you're listening to this going to bed, sorry, not sorry for the energy. That's just how I'm showing up, truly, how I want to show up. You know, as I'm learning, as I'm practicing, it may be a little wavy. There may be times that you don't see it as much, but I'm showing up. I'm reminding myself because this is a choice. Having this level of energy all day, every day, is a choice. Because during this, there's still times to rest. There's still times to eat healthy and exercise. It doesn't mean that, you could just do whatever you want, like sit around all day and still have this energy. I mean, technically, yes. And I still want to take care of myself. I want to use this energy for a good reason. And so funny how I just kept going, kept talking, even though I started saying goodbye. You see, this is just how it is. This is just how it be. And I'm not mad. I love it. I love myself. I love how I am. I love who I am. I am me, observing all of these fun things. So, have a great rest of your day, rest of your night. That's why I said all of that. Until we meet again, just remember to always fill up with the love. And I look forward to seeing you in the next one. I love you. No, like, seriously. I love you.